Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 3 of Up with Chels. This is the match preview or the pre-match prediction for our game in the Champions League tomorrow against Ajax. Speaking first about the press conference that Frank Lampard had, he did say that N'Golo Kante was fit to play tomorrow. However, as you guys are going to see in a minute with my lineup prediction, I don't think N'Golo Kante is going to start, and I'll tell you in a minute why. Lampard also spoke about the transfer ban and the appeal that's going to happen on the 20th of November. And he said that he's interested in how the process is going to work. However, he said he can't comment on the appeal itself. And the fact that he's interested hopefully means that perhaps he's going to do some business in January if the appeal is successful and the ban does get lifted. And that hopefully we will offload some of the players that we don't really need, the deadwood as such. Mason Mount also participated in the press conference today, saying that he was really taking himself by surprise and that he'd scored goals this season, but he knew deep down that he was going to get this chance at some point, as he'd been playing for Chelsea for a long time. And I mean, you can't expect anything else from Mason Mount. He's a quality player and he's doing so well this season. So, you know, credits to him, and he should be very proud of himself, and Lampard said he's proud of him too. So, moving straight into the lineup prediction for tomorrow's game against Ajax. Now, it's a bit controversial because obviously Kante is back and fit. However, I haven't put him in the starting lineup. This isn't because I think he's not good enough. I think that Jorginho and Kovacic have been so vital to our play this season, and especially in the past few games. You know, against Watford, Burnley and even Ajax last time, they're completely bossing the midfield. The way they link up with each other is just, it's world class. Kovacic has really shined for me in the past couple of days, or the past couple of games. He's just been, you know, the runs he makes driving through their midfield, just cutting players out of the game is just incredible. And Jorginho's vision and his ability to pass, as we saw in the goal for Tammy Abraham against Watford, I mean, it's just a perfect duo. Now, obviously, Kante is still our best player, isn't he, really? He's absolutely world class, the best CDM in the world. But at the minute, I think, you know, sometimes I feel like we're rushing him back, and I know we haven't really rushed him back this time, but I think it's a game in which, obviously, it would be great if Kante did play, and if he does play, I'll be extremely excited. But again, this is a prediction. I think Lampard's going to find it hard to drop Jorginho or Kovacic, considering the form they're in. And obviously Kante had a blinder in the Super Cup against Liverpool. But then apart from that, I feel like Kante has been sort of outshined in a way by players like Jorginho, Kovacic and Mason Mount coming through. I mean, he's not going to drop Mason Mount, is he, and play midfield 3? Because Mount's so central to our creativity. Especially against a team like Ajax, who are also very attacking. We need someone like Mason Mount in that number 10, creating chances for Tammy Abraham. I do think Pulisic and Willian will start on the wings again. I don't think Hudson-Odoi's done enough when he's come off the bench. I don't think he's done enough when he started, really. Especially against Ajax, I think he was bright, he was positive, but he lost the ball a lot in the final third. He's just lacking that tiny bit of quality needed against the big sides at the minute. Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic and Willian. I mean, last time Pulisic played against Ajax, he came on for a sub for about 20 minutes and he was absolutely world class. So I do think they're going to start. Emerson has to start over Alonso. I mean, against players like Promes and Ziyech, Alonso has no chance. He struggled last time against Ajax, and I think Emerson's really, really going to be needed in this game. I was tempted to pick Reece James over Azpilicueta, but I think considering Azpilicueta's performance last time against Ajax again, and just his experience and his leadership in the team is going to be so central. And obviously Tomori and Zuma are going to be starting at centre-backs, as they are, I mean, they're the only really available centre-backs, but they have been pretty solid over the past couple of games. The goals they've conceded haven't really been their fault. Obviously the penalty wasn't down to them. The Jay Rodriguez wonder goal, perhaps one of them could have closed it down, but it was a wonder goal. And then McNeil's goal just bounced off Tomori's back. It was just a lucky deflection, really. So they have been near enough faultless the past couple of games. So I think even if Christensen or even Rudiger were fit, I think they'd retain their place. And obviously Kepa's going to keep his spot between the sticks. Now, for my actual prediction for the game, I think Chelsea are going to come away with a 2-1 victory. I think we're going to concede a sloppy goal that we didn't need to concede. Again, probably forced by our own errors. but I think we're going to really dominate the game. I hope it isn't 2-1. I do think it will be 2-1, same against Watford, but I do hope it's not, because I just want to score more. You know, we've been so clinical, not even clinical, but I mean, we've scored so many goals earlier on this season. You know, Southampton, Burnley, Wolves, Norwich, you know, scoring 3 or more goals in all of them games. And then recently we've seemed a little bit lacklustre, you know, against Man United and Ajax in the last game. And even against Watford on Saturday, we just weren't good enough in front of goal, weren't clinical enough. We need to start taking our chances, especially against big teams like this, if we want to advance in the Champions League and increase our position in the Prem. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the prediction. I talked about the press conference, my lineup prediction, and my actual game prediction, and why I think it will be that. As I said, I think Mason Mount is going to be key tomorrow. I think he will score, and I think he's going to have an absolute blinder of a performance, sitting in behind Tammy Abraham up top with Pulisic and Willian out on the wings. It's a great little foursome kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Hopefully you'll be watching the game against Ajax tomorrow. I'm going to be there. And so I might do a little match vlog. We'll have to wait and see. If not, I'll just record some bits and pieces from the game, and I'll make sure to add them in the post-match reaction when I get home from the game. I do think we're going to win. I think it'll be a good game as well, good atmosphere. And yeah, let's get another 3 points in the bag in the Champions League. Hopefully Lille and Valencia draw, or Lille get the win. So then we'll be in a comfortable spot at the top of the group, heading in to the fifth match of the Champions League. Almost, you know, we're in the second half of the group now, so after tomorrow night, we're only going to have 2 games left in the group stage, and there's no more Champions League action until, the middle of February. So yeah, I want to get a win tomorrow. I think, you know, against Lille at home, we should be able to get a win there, and then it doesn't really matter what happens against Valencia after that, because we're going to be on 12 points, and we should be in a comfortable enough position. I'm now waffling. I did the outro about 2 minutes ago. Anyway, this is the outro. What can we get for the outro? We used this last time, we'll get this time. I'll see you guys in the post-match reaction or the match vlog, I don't know. Anyway, peace.